Hi Mui Hoon, how's your day?
Hi Esther, it's been great. How about you? Have you heard about the upcoming CMCO by the way?
Yes, I have heard about it. Most of us were returned to work. As we all know that the virus is still circulating among us, do you have any suggestions for us to stay safe and healthy?
Yes, I do have some suggestions over here and I hope it will be useful to most of you.
Alright, let's get started. As Sarawatian, we are often known for our friendliness. For example, like salam, handshake, even hugging have always been part of our greetings culture. As our Ministry of Health has suggested us to practice social distancing, what's your suggestions over this matter without compromising our friendly culture?
As we all should know by now, keeping a safe distance between each other is crucial in limiting the spread of viruses. It is recommended that we stay at least 6 feet away from other people. Social distancing helps limit the opportunities that we come into contact with contaminated surfaces or with people who are infected with the virus. We can use alternative greetings such as waving to each other from a safe distance or calling, texting, or even any non-contact method that you can think of.
What if someone I know is 100% infection free? Is it safe to have a physical contact with them?
In this critical period, it is always better to take precautions. This is because the virus cannot be seen by the naked eye. We do not know whether a person is 100% infection free unless this person has been screened, as one may not even show symptoms if they are infected. We also do not know where this person have visited in the past or whether they have been in any close contact with confirmed patients.
Alright, so what should we do when we arrive at work? As advised by the Ministry of Health, we should avoid confined spaces, yet most of our office setup are closed-up spaces with air conditioning. What's your advice on this?
So, as we know that the virus transmit better in confined spaces and in poorly ventilated areas, we can increase the ventilation by opening windows.
Would you recommend reducing working hours?
Yes, I recommend shortened working hours as this reduces the amount of exposure time between colleagues and other people outside our household. It is recommended that we stay at home where possible and only go out if necessary. When we go out, make sure we wear a mask and practice good personal hygiene.
During this MCO, a lot of people have actually learned how to cook. Would you recommend bringing our home cooked food to work and why?
Definitely, bringing home cooked food is highly recommended as this is more hygienic since there will be no third parties outside our household who handle the food or the packaging. Also, we can choose healthy and nutritious ingredients when we prepare our own meals.
I totally agree on that. What if that is not an option? What can we do?
So, if we are not able to bring our own home cooked food, we can opt for takeaways or deliveries. It is recommended that we bring our own utensils, such as our own fork and spoon, our chopsticks, even our cups. And always remember to wash our hands before and after eating. So we should also eat from a safe distance from the others when we eat in our office.
Okay, I've been always curious about this. What if someone next to my table coughs or sneezes? Should I just run away?
So if we are eating from a safe distance from the others, this may not affect us that much. But for the person who are actually coughing or sneezing, he or she should use a tissue to cover up the nose and mouth to limit the spread of droplets. We should also sanitize the area afterwards.
Another way to keep ourselves safe from infection is to practice good personal hygiene. What are your thoughts between soap and sanitizer? and which one is more effective?
So I would recommend washing our hands regularly with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. Soap dissolves the fat membrane of the virus and therefore it inactivates the virus. Using soap and water also removes the dirt that are on our hands. When soap and water are not available, then we can choose to use alcohol-based hand sanitizer to sanitize our hands.
We all know that we should wash our hands frequently, but how frequent should it be?
Regular hand washing is important, especially after going to the bathroom, before and after eating, and after coughing or sneezing. We should also sanitize our work surfaces regularly, for example, the doorknobs, handrails, remote control, work desks, keyboards, and mouse, as the virus may still stay on surfaces after a long time.
Any advice on how should we handle like those paper and documents?
If required, we should sanitize our hands before handling paper documents, as we cannot wash these documents and spraying disinfectant can potentially damage the document.
Do you have any tips to share on choosing hand sanitizer? What are the ingredients we should look for or any recommendations on the brand?
Mhm. So the CDC recommends that we use alcohol-based sanitizer that contains at least 60% alcohol when we don't have access to soap and water. The usual ones that we see on the market nowadays contain either isopropyl alcohol or denatured alcohol. We should choose hand sanitizers that are more skin friendly since we will be using these hand sanitizers on a regular basis. So examples such as the Odora hand sanitizer, it contains pentabidine, which provide long-lasting hydration, and aloe vera, which calm, soothe, and moisturize our skin. If we prefer our hand sanitizers in a liquid form where we can spray it, then we can choose the Protexil hand sanitizer or the Novtic hand sanitizer.
Now, let's talk about social responsibility. The objective of the CMCO is to enable people to get back to work while keeping our society safe. How can we be more responsible for our own safety as well as our fellow colleagues?
It is recommended that we stay at home when we are sick or when we have other sick family members at home. We should wear a mask at all times. This can help to contain the droplet when we cough or sneeze. And if we happen to have our mask off when we cough or sneeze, we should use a tissue to cover up and then dispose of the tissue properly afterwards. And don't forget that we will need to wash our hands as well.
In what situation should we contact the authority in order to be tested?
When we have close contact to a suspected or confirmed COVID patient, or if we have any cough, sore throat, or fever associated with difficulty breathing or shortness of breath, then we need to contact the authorities and get ourselves screened.
As we encourage to wear a mask when we go out, can I remove my mask when I reach my workplace and why?
No, we should keep our mask on even when we reach our workplace, as this will protect ourselves and also our colleagues.
There have been discussion on reusing face masks.
Mhm.
Can I disinfect my face mask or steam my face mask so I can reuse it again?
No, this is not recommended as well, as the face masks that we use are disposable face masks or surgical face masks, and these are meant for single use only.
Okay, let's talk about getting home now. As some of us are staying with our family, especially those with the elderly and young children, how are we able to protect them from the possibilities of getting the virus through us?
So in the past, when we get home, we would usually hug our family members or our children. But for the current situation, this is not recommended. So for now, when we get home, we should dispose of our mask properly, shower, and get changed into a new set of clothes. In this critical time, it is recommended that we reduce as much body contact as possible.
Okay, speaking of clothes, how should we manage our laundry in this kind of situation?
We should wash our clothes, towels, and bed sheets regularly with detergent as this removes the virus. So, as a conclusion, social distancing and maintaining good personal hygiene is crucial in combating COVID-19. Every one of us here has a part to play in this pandemic.
Yes, I totally agree on that. So I think that's all we have for today. Thank you, Mui Hoon, for your time, and thank you everyone for staying with us.
You're welcome and thank you.
Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to keep yourself updated with health tips and advice from us. Stay tuned for the next episode. See you next time. Bye, Mui Hoon.
Bye, Esther. Bye, everyone.
Bye.